Hello everyone, welcome to channel Qtomation. In today's session we will see about downloading files on Chrome and Edge browser. So we will see how we can download the file via automation script. So before that, let's see manually how we can download the files. So I'm just going to open one web page. So this is a sample web page which is open. Now on this website there are multiple files. So we can download text file, we can download image files, various type of files we download. So normally we click on the link and the file gets downloaded. For example, let's say this is the website, and on this website I'm just going to click on this test.txt file. As soon as I click on that file on Chrome browser, let's say first we are checking on Chrome browser. So as soon as I have clicked on that test.txt link, the file gets downloaded. And by default, where the file is downloaded, by default it gets downloaded on downloads folder. So if you go to your system, on your system if you go to downloads folder, on download folder we can see there is a test.txt file. So this is the file which is downloaded in that folder. Now I am again deleting this file. So first we will see for Chrome browser. So this is we have checked on Chrome browser. On the Edge browser also it's kind of a similar. So what I am going to do is I am just going to open Edge browser. On this browser I am just opening the website. Once that website is opened, I can just click on that test.txt file. I can simply click on it and file will get downloaded. So file is getting downloaded on, by default it is going to downloads folder. I am again deleting this file. So this is how we can manually download the file. We just have to click on the link and by default it gets downloaded on the download folder. Now the same action we are going to see by using automation script. So for Chrome and Edge browser, the steps are kind of a similar. But for Firefox, there is additional step. So we will see that in next session. In today's session, we will see about Chrome and Edge browser. So now let's go to PyCharm. In PyCharm, let's create a new Python file. I am creating a new Python file. I am naming it as downloadfiledemo.py, and in this file we will just simply copy some basic code. So first is from, we will simply import some packages. So I have just pasted some basic code in which we are importing Selenium WebDriver package. We are also importing service class and we are importing by. Then we have created a service class object. In the last sessions also we have seen this is basic code. We are creating the service class object in which we are passing executable path of Chrome driver, that is the browser driver, exe file. This is the path of that exe file which is placed in our folder location. So if you see, I can right click on this project and open in Explorer. So it will take me to my project, and in this project if you see, when it is open on Explorer, I can just go into this project. In this project I have created drivers folder And in this drivers folder, we have placed all the three browser drivers. For example, for Chrome we have Chrome driver. These are basically exe files. For Firefox there is a Gecko driver, and for Edge there is a MS Edge driver. So these are the browser drivers which we have already placed in those folder. Now let's go back to our script. Now we are going to download the file. So we are just opening this website by using driver.get. After opening the website, we can maximize the window. I am just going to maximize the window. And once the window gets maximized, to download the file, what we have to do is we have to just click on that file link. So for example, I can just click on this file link. So I'm just going to inspect it. Let's inspect this XPath for this file. So I'm just copying the XPath. Let's copy the XPath. Let's go back to PyCharm and let's locate that element by using find element by dot XPath, comma, here I can just put the XPath, putting the single quotes. So this is the XPath. So it will locate that element and we have to click on that link. It will simply click on that link. And as soon as we click on it, the file gets downloaded to download folders. So first I am just going to download folder once again, just to verify we have no file in the download folder currently. And now I will just execute this file. Now what I am going to do is I am just going to execute this Python script, that is we have downloading the file. So let's execute this file. So it will launch the web browser. It will maximize the window and it will click on that link. If you see, already file is downloaded, but I think XPath is incorrect, that's why different file got downloaded. So let's verify one more time. If you see download folder, let's go back to download folder. In download folder you can see the file is downloaded. So XPath we have provided incorrectly, so let's reconfirm the XPath. Inspect test.txt file. So we want to copy this XPath. Let's put Ctrl F, Ctrl V. So it should identify our test.txt file. So now I am going to copy this XPath, and instead of previous XPath I am just going to copy this XPath this time. So it will download a different file. So previously we downloaded one img file, image file, png file. Now it should download our text file. Again I am just executing this file. So as soon as I am just executing the file, it will launch the Chrome browser. It will maximize the window and it should download txt file. Let's go back to PyCharm. There is some error. Okay, so we have seen some error. We have put the extra colon here. Now let's execute this file one more time. Let's execute this file again. Now it should download the file correctly. Yeah, so now if you see in download folder, if you go now, there are two files. So both the files are downloaded by using our script. And by default, if you see, they are into downloads folder. By default, they are going to downloads directory. Now let's see, I am having the requirement that I don't want to download into the default location. I want to download this file in my custom location or some another location. So how we can do that? Now to download the file in different location, we have to follow certain steps. Now what are those steps? For example, let's say I am going back to PyCharm. Now what I want to do is I want to download the files in my defined location. Let's say I want to download the files in, I'm just creating a new folder in my project. Let's say I'm just creating a new directory. I'm naming it as, let's say, downloaded, or simply I'm just renaming it as file download. So I want to download the file in this location. Instead of default download, I want to download my file into the file downloads folder. I want to download those files into this file downloads. So how we can do that? So for that we can do is, what we can do is the steps which we have to follow. So before creating, or before opening the website, or before creating the driver instance, we have to put 3 steps. So what we have to do is we have to create preferences. So I'm just going to create one dictionary variable called as a preferences equals to, we are going to create one dictionary. So how to create a dictionary? In curly brackets. Within this curly bracket, I'm just going to add one line. So dictionary contains key and values. So we know that dictionary data type contains key and values. In this, we are going to add one line that is for Chrome. So if you are using Chrome, we are going to write download.default directory. This is the key value which we are going to provide in that key. So here we have to provide download.default directory, and the value is, so this is the key, and for that how to give the value? By providing colon, and after colon we have to provide the value of the desired location where we want to download the file. So where we want to download the file? In the file underscore downloads folder. So I just want path of this folder. So I'm just going to copy path reference, and in this I'm just going to copy the absolute path, and within double quotes I'm just going to paste that path. So this is the path for default directory, download.default directory. So now the file which will get download, it should download in this location, right? So after giving this, what we can do? So after this, what we can do is, next step is, what is the next step? So next step is basically we have to create Chrome options class object. So for Chrome, if you are using Chrome, we have to create one object for Chrome's options. So I am just creating one object, my options equals to WebDriver dot Chrome options. So we have to create one object for Chrome options class, and in this options, my options object, we are going to add experimental option. We have to add experimental option, and we have to provide value. So what values we have to provide is, so in this we have to provide preferences. So in this I am just going to use one keyword, that is prefs, prefs. This is the keyword which we have to use, and after that we have to provide the preferences which we have created. In this Chrome options class object, we are going to add the preferences. So we have to provide the keyword as preferences and the value which we have created here. So these values we are passing as preferences to that Chrome options class. And now whenever we are creating the instance, so we are creating the driver instance of the class, we should not forget to pass options in the driver instance class. So what we can do here is, when we are creating the driver instance, we have to pass options equal to this options class object which we have created. after adding the experimental option value of preferences as preferences. So I'm just going to add this object here, options equal to my options. We can give any name. So these are the 3 steps which we have to follow. So this is the path, or this is the location where I want to download my files now. This is my path where I want to download my files. Then we have created the Chrome options class object, in which we have passed experimental option values, preferences, and that object we are passing while creating the driver instance. After that, if I execute this file now, the file should get downloaded on this location which we have provided here. So now let's execute this file. So currently if you see, file downloads folder is empty. So now let's execute this file and let's see whether the file gets downloaded to that location. So it should launch the browser, it will maximize the window. It has downloaded the file. Now I am minimizing it. Let's see, in the file downloads folder, if you see, test.txt file. So this file is downloaded to our location which we have provided. So this is how we can add any location where we want to download the file. So if you don't want to download the file to default location, that is the downloads folder of the system, we can define our custom location here by adding these 3 statements. Now let's say this is for Chrome browser. Now for Edge browser is also kind of a similar. So I am just commenting this code. After commenting this code, I am just going to write the code for Edge browser as well. So there are only small changes. Everything else remains same. For example, instead of Chrome driver, we have to import drivers related to service and drivers for Edge browser. So few changes will be there. For example, here instead of Chrome, we just have to put Edge. And then while creating the object, that is service class object, we are passing the path of Chrome driver.exe for Chrome browser, right? But for Edge browser, now we have to pass the path of Edge driver, right? So where is that driver? If you see here, this is the ms edge driver.exe file. So instead of Chrome driver, we should put here ms edge driver.exe file. After that, rest of the steps are same. So we have to add preferences, download.default directory, this is the path, this is the desired path where we want to download the file. After that, instead of my options, we have created the options for, we have to create the option for Edge class now, right? Edge options, WebDriver.Edge options. Instead of Chrome options, we have to put Edge options. So we are creating the object of Edge options class, and then we are adding experimental option and preferences here. Then here we have to create driver equals to WebDriver dot, instead of Chrome it should be Edge, in which we are passing service class object and options class object, and then rest of the steps remain same. So what I will do, I am just deleting this test.txt file which is downloaded previously. I am just deleting this file. So now that file is deleted. If you see, file downloads folder is empty now. Now let's execute this file and let's see, it should launch the Edge browser this time and should download the file to location which we have provided. So let's run this file. So it should launch the Edge browser now. If you see, it is launching the Edge browser. It will maximize the window. It should download the file, and it has downloaded the file. Now let's go back to the project, and if you see, in file downloads, our file is downloaded. So this is how we can use downloading file scenario. So what we have to do is, manually if you want to download, how we download, we basically go to that page, we click on the link. The same steps we have to follow for automation as well. But if you want to download to specific location, any desired location, then we have to add preferences. Some 3 additional lines we have to add. So for Chrome, we have to add preferences for Chrome browser, and for Edge we have to pass preferences related to Edge browsers. So these are the steps. So thank you for watching this video. In coming video we will see about how to download files on Firefox browser.